You might think an onion is just an onion, but what if I told you that how you cut it changes everything? One onion, 5 cuts, and 5 completely distinct flavor profiles. Hi, I'm Chef M.Belluzzo, your home chef. Don't forget to leave your delicious like. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more culinary secrets. Today, I am breaking down the science of the onion, from a fine mince to a hard ring. We are going beyond the tear factor to unlock the true flavor potential hidden in every layer. Inside every onion, flavor compounds are just waiting for a chemical reaction. The second your knife touches that onion and cuts the cells, these compounds mix and new flavors instantly begin to form. Think of an onion as a tiny chemical laboratory. When you cut it, we cause a cellular rupture. This allows the enzymes to react with sulfur compounds, transforming the natural sugar and defining the final taste of your dish. It's all about the reaction. More cuts mean more cells breaking open, which leads to a more intense flavor. By understanding this chemical mix, you can control exactly how mild or strong your onion will be. On the left, we see low cellular damage, which keeps the onion sweet and subtle. On the right, high cellular damage triggers a faster enzymatic reaction, releasing more sulfur compounds and that famous tear gas effect we all know. If you want a punch of a flavor, go for a fine mince to maximize cellular rupture. If you prefer gentle background note, keep your cut large. Control the damage, and you control the intensity of your dish. Remember, the greater the cellular damage, the stronger the final flavor. Thin rings are mild, but a fine dice creates a high-impact aromatic base. Small cubes mean big flavor because we have broken so many cells walls. The pungency is the strongest here. Use this cut when you want your onion to be the star of your preparation, especially in raw dishes where you want that spice kick. The fine dice is where science meets the palate. By maximizing the surface area and the enzymatic reaction, we achieve a high concentration of flavor. It's the go-to technique for a base that needs to be bold and aromatic. Small cubes are my favorite for maximum disruption. You get a sharp, immediate aroma that makes raw vinaigrettes and salsas absolutely pop. Cut them tiny for a bold onion presence. Control your knife to control the sweetness. By making few clean cuts, you keep the sulfur compounds stable. This creates a subtle aromatic base that complements rice and delicate dishes without overpowering them. Slicing is the way to go when you want texture without the bite. Because the cellular damage is low, the flavor stays gentle. I love sliced onions when I want sweetness over spice. Since we are minimizing the damage, the flavor stays gentle and is the perfect choice for sandwich, fresh salads, or make those beautiful pickled red onions. The larger the piece, the more sugar you preserve for the cooking process. By keeping the cellular structure mostly intact, we allow the heat to slowly draw out a rich, mellow sweetness that you just can't get from a fine dice. Want that perfect caramelized finish? Go big! These large petals or wedges are almost entirely intact. Cook them low and slow in a hot pan, and you will draw out an incredible, rich and velvety sweetness. Cutting your onions into large pieces protects the sugar inside. These petals are ideal for skewers, curries, or roasting, as they soften and sweeten without disappearing into the dish. Now we have reached the peak of intensity. Grate onion. This technique causes total cellular destruction, resulting in the most aggressive sulfur release possible. It's incredible, pungent, and creates a powerful aromatic base for long cooking preparation, like traditional Indian curries. Grating an onion is the fastest way to unlock extremely flavor. Because the reaction is so immediate, intense, be careful, it can turn bitter if overcooked. Use this when you want the onion to melt into sauce, providing a deep, invisible punch of heat and aroma. Mastering the pace is a game changer. It's perfect for a rich basis where you want a smooth, consistent. But be careful, because the reaction is so high, overcooking and can quickly lead to bitterness. Keep it low and slow to unlock that beautiful caramelized richness. By blending or processing the onion into paste, we trigger an extreme reaction. Raw, it's incredible, pungent, and sharp. But once cooked, it transforms into a sweet, rich, and velvet base. It's the ultimate secret for a full-bodied sauce and authentic masalas. Look at this spectrum of flavor. Each color offers a different culinary purpose. Knowing exactly when to stop the cooking process is what separates an amateur from a chef. I always say, control your flame, control your dish. If you want subtle sweetness, keep it low. If you are looking for that rich, toasted, almond-like aroma, crank up the heat. Just remember that the line between perfectly caramelized and almost burned is very, very thin. Raw versus cooked. Two completely different personalities from the same vegetable. Understand how to manipulate the onion through cuts, and temperature gives you total control over the final taste of your dish. Choose the sharp bite of the raw or the golden sweetness of the cooked. Whether you want the fresh intensity of a raw slice or the rich caramelized depth of a slow-cooked sauté, the secret is in your hands and your knife. Follow these rules and you will never look at the simple onion the same way again. Stop to tears. Here's a pro bonus tip to reduce that intense onion burn. Soak your slices in ice water for a few minutes, then rinse, then under cold running water. Cold water stabilizes the sulfur compounds, giving you a crispy texture without the overwhelming bite. Perfect for those who want the beauty of the onion without the afterburn. To recap, Your knife is the volume knob for flavor intensity, from strong cubes to mild rings, and all the way to extreme pastes. Mastering the cut means mastering the final taste of your dish. Please save this guide for your next prep section. Now that you've mastered the science of the onion, I want to hear from you. Which of your 5 cuts do you use the most in your kitchen? Let me know in the comments below. Which is your favorite onion, white, yellow, or red? My favorite is the red. And don't forget to save this guide for your next prep. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next masterclass.